Gaming coming at y'all with another video, and in today's video we are going to do another deck profile, and we are going to be building a new archetype deck that is coming out in World Convergence, and it is going to be the Appmon Link archetype kind of deck. And when I was messing around with this deck, it's got a lot of lines and a lot of different ways that you can build the deck, and it is interesting that you can kind of build this any way that you want to, depending on kind of like what lines you want. I try to like really study this and figure out what I wanted to do with the deck, and I just decided to do a little bit of everything. But one interesting thing is that you really do have to hard commit to having all these Digimon be Appmons. You don't want to switch them out for anything else, because you need to be able to, you know, have that Appmon trait on the card, and it's really, really important for it. Excuse me. But there is a lot of cool, fun things that you can build this deck. I kind of went with the main line. I do feel like the Satellamon line is a different kind of style of deck. If you went Satellamon, you would probably go down on the Globemon line stuff and then try to just run more. I could see this deck being cool as a purple-black package, and then you could run some cool option cards to help you search out. But this is just some kind of base, like, way that you could build the deck with all the cards from the set. We did get a lot of cards. It's definitely the most supported archetype in this set, since it is a new one, and I do think you could build a fleshed out version of the deck. But I kind of just wanted to give everyone, you know, a good overview of all the cards, play a little bit of all of them that you could go into a deck, and then, you know, you need to think as these link cards as also options in your hand, right? So that is what I'm trying to think about as well. That's why you see I don't run any memory boosts or searchers, which I probably could, but I feel like you would miss out on a lot, and you would have to hard commit to one of the lines. So if you were to build this deck yourself, and you wanted to take it a little more traditional, a version of a deck, I would recommend taking 2 or 3 of the colors, and then, you know, committing to only that color, and then just filling in the gaps. But I wanted to build a deck going full Appmon, and that is what I've done here. But let's get into these Digimon, and let's see what they got to offer us. So, Swipemon. This is an Appmon. Social level or social app kind. Swipe. Your turn. Once per turn, when this Digimon gets linked, you draw a card. So, the deck comes with free draw engine in the egg, being able to draw your card anytime you link something, and all of these Digimon are Appmons, right? So they all have a link effect. So they're all very, very versatile, other than the boss Digimon, of course, but they all can be linked to each Digimon, which is really, really cool. So you're going to be drawing cards, so thinking of your Digimon as also options that draw you a card is the way that this deck is going to work, and I think that's very, very important for everyone to understand when you go to build this deck. I feel like this deck is going to feel a lot different than most decks, because you're going to run so many Digimon, but all these Digimon come with cool effects, right? We have Watchmon here. This is a stationary Appmon, STND Appmon, tool clock. It is 3 play costs. It has on play until your opponent's turn ends. One of their Digimon can attack players. This is a really, really, really strong effect on any Digimon. Nevertheless, a level 3 Digimon. This is super strong. I could see this getting played in, you know, other decks. That's how strong I think this this Digimon is. Other black decks just being able to play this down, pick a Digimon, it can't attack a player. That is really strong. Regardless, it does Digivolve a 0 on any level 2 with Appmon, and all of the level 3s say that, so we do have to only run 4 of that Swipemon. It can link Appmon trait cost for 1, so you pay 1 to link it on top of an Appmon, which all of our cards are going to be Appmons, right? So when linking until your opponent's turn ends, one of their Digimons can attack players. This is so good. This card is really strong. I like this card a lot. It's definitely really, 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 really strong. Yeah, I think that this one's crazy. Definitely got to run this one out of 4 of, for sure. We are running a lot of level 3s, as you can see here, but they are all so good and come with very generic link effects. Only gonna run 2 of the Shotmon. I think that this one's definitely more specific. If you wanted to commit to this line more, you would have to play the other guy a little bit more, but cool that he has Beelstarmon in the background. He is 3 play cost, Digivolve's level 2 for 0, or on top of a 3 Musketeers in text, or Appmon trait costs 0. So on play, by trash your 1 card with Appmon or 3 Musketeer traits from any of your Digimon's Digievolution cards, Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. So not bad, you just play it out. hard play it out, and then digivolve something if you really need to. But the main reason we're going to use this one is to link Appmon trait cost 1. When linking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with play cost 3 or less. So you just pay 1, link it, and blow up a play cost 3 or less. Easy, clear for the board. The other level 3 we're only running 2 of is going to be this Calendarmon, which is really cool. Stationary Appmon tool, calendar. It is link cost 1 on an Appmon trait, and then your turn, when it's a linking effect, is your turn. All your opponent's security Digimon get minus 3000 DP, which is pretty decent. It's 3 play costs. Security at the end of the battle, play this card without paying its cost. So you're really just doing this to get this if you need this inheritable. If there is one I think that you could go down on, it would be this Calendarmon. It is generic, being able to get a lucky security, play it out, but for the most part it's not the one you want. It's just to be versatile. This deck does a little bit of everything, and now we get to swing into our opponent's security with the DP minus 3000 and maybe just hope that it gives us the Digimon out of security. But going back to these level, let me scoot over, don't mess up my video. There we go. Okay, is Navimon. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with the Appmon trait and 1 card with the App Driver trait. Among them to your hand, return the rest to the bottom of the deck. So being able to get 2 off of this is awesome. It costs 1 to link. It gives you piercing and 2000 DP, which is super strong, really good. This is the searcher for the deck. I like Navimon a lot. Really, really cool. And then we also have the Gachmon. This is the alt art. I don't know why I picked this one on here, but whatever. This is the only one I think I put in here with the alt art. Really cool alt art for him in the background, having all the, you know, like digital versions of the Digimon. Play cost 3. Digivolves level 2 with Appmon, and also hero trait cost of 0, so important to know if you try to build a straight hero deck. And it has raid as its effect for linking, which is really, really cool. It costs you 1 to link, and it is 2000 DP. This is definitely the main guy that you want to see. Your turn once per turn, when this Digimon gets linked, if you have 1 or fewer tamers, you may play 1 Haru Shinkai from your hand without paying the cost. So you just link one of the other guys to him, and now you get to play your tamer for free, which is really, really cool. One thing to note is that these DP boosts apply to your Digimon, so you can you know, link him and he's now a 4000 DP Digimon, or if you link him with a Gachmon, now he's a 4000 with raid. Could be an issue for your opponent. Really cool Digimon. Have to run him out of 4 of as well. Going on to the level 4s, we run 4 of the Timemon because this one is really, really cool. Now I gotta move myself over again. Hopefully it doesn't mess it up. Bear with me here. Timemon, it Digivolves level 3 for 2, and it does have the stationary multicolor for 2, which is really, really good to Digivolve. And then it does also have the app fusion of Watchmon, Savemon, and Calendarmon, which is really, really good that you get to do the app fusion. It just means that, you know, if you have those 2 on there, you get to app fusion into him. So these guys have to be linked together, and then you can go into the Timemon, which is really, really cool. He is a blocker. And then your turn once per turn, when this Digimon gets linked, de-digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. So you just pay to link on top of this guy, and then now you get to de-digivolve one of their Digimon, which is really, really cool. And then, you know, say you do that, you de-digivolve one when you link, and then now you get this guy's when linking effect to delete one of their play costs 3 or lower. So say they have a level 4 out, and you play this guy, you link on something to him, de-digivolve, and then use that when a linking effect to pop something. He costs 2 to link on an Appmon, and he is, when linking, de-digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon, and he gets 3000 DP. He is 5000 DP himself. We are running this one out of 4 of. It's just so good being able to de-digivolve and then giving your Digimon 3000 DP. Super, super good. The other level 4 that we are running at a 4 of is going to be the Dogachmon here. This is the guy's main Digimon from the show. The Dogachmon, the level 4 for it anyways, it is a 6 play cost, which is a lot because it has Rush and Raid. It Digivolves for 3, and then it has App Fusion Gachmon, Navimon, and Tweetmon. I looked through the set. We do not have a Tweetmon yet. I could be wrong, or this could be a translation issue, but I did not see any Tweetmon. I could have skipped over it. If I skipped over Tweetmon, I am sorry, and I would have threw it into the deck, but I could not find it for the life of me. But anyways, you can add fusion with those cards. So really just the Gachmon and the Navimon. So it'd be Gachmon and Navimon here combined together to make the Dogachmon. And then we have the Watchmon and the Calendamon. Yeah, so our Calendamon here. We don't have the other guy, the Savemon. So maybe we'll be good at getting those. But Watchmon and Calendamon make the Timemon. Navimon and Gachmon make you the Dogachmon. It does have Rush and Raid, which is really, really strong. And your turn, once per turn, when this Digimon gets linked, it may attack. So say you Digivolve into the sky and then you link it, your turn has passed, but he says that you get to attack and it has Rush and Raid, which is not bad at all. And then when linking, this Digimon may attack. It costs you 2 to link it, and it gives you 3000 DP, so that's really, really good. So say you have your big Digimon out and you just, want to pass turn. That's why these link effects are so good, because they act as options in your hand to get really cool effects. So essentially you're paying 2 to give one of your Digimon it may attack, essentially Blitz, and 3000 DP, which is really, really strong. If you have this Dogachmon and you link a Dogachmon to a Dogachmon, that is pretty good, being able to do that, which is really, really good. Super strong, for sure. One thing to note about the app fusion is that it does cost 0. I forgot to mention that earlier. So if you app fusion something, it is 0 cost. And from what I've understood, it is like DNA Digivolving, so you can attack with that Digimon that turn. So say you swing with one and then you do app fusion. I could be wrong about that. I've not looked up all the rules just yet for this, but that is my assumption with it. But going to the other level 4 Digimon, we run 2 of each of these. It's going to be the Gossipmon. It is also a security Digimon. At the end of the battle, play this card without paying the cost. On play, when Digivolving, you may return 1 Digimon card with the Appmon trait from your trash to your hand. So this is awesome, getting some cycle, right? So very versatile. You see, we're doing everything in this deck. So much fun. It Digivolves on level 3 purple for 2, and then stationary any color for 2, and it is really good. When linking, you may return 1 Digimon card with the Appmon trait from your trash to the hand. Really strong. Cost you 2 to link this guy. And then we also have Scopemon. This is the 3 Musketeers support. Digivolves level 3 at 3 Musketeers and a text cost of 2, or any stationary or level 3 purple for also a 2 cost, which is really, really good. And then on play, when Digivolving, by placing 1 card with the Appmon or 3 Musketeer traits from your hand or trash as one of your Digimon's bottom Digivolution cards, gain 1 memory. This one is so good, being able to gain a memory. I do like this one a lot, but he does not have the app fusion, which is what we're trying to focus on. And I do think that this guy is really, really good, being able to give you that gain of memory, but you don't always want to go into him. His when linking effect is draw 2 and trash 2 cards in your hand. I could see this guy being really, really good in some purple shenanigans, but you do have to run in because it has to be on an Appmon, cost of 2, draw 2, trash 2. If it's draw 2, trash 1, would be a lot better, but being able to place 1 card with Appmon or 3 Musketeers straight from your hand or trash to gain the memory can come up sometimes if you are stuck for memory and you want to be able, to swing at your opponent. Going on to the last level 4, like I said, we're running a lot of Digimon because our Digimon also act as cards options from our hand. So we have the Sociomon here, are really cool. Let me move myself out of the way again. I really hope that this doesn't mess the video up. I'm not going to re-record this, so we'll see. Sociomon, really interesting art on this guy. He's got a lot going on with some other characters back in there, but he is just another security Digimon that you get to play without paying the cost. But his is really good because his is on play, and when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP for the turn, which is super strong. It costs you 2 to Digivolve on a level 3, or 2 on any stationary Appmon. And then it is 2 costs to link this to an Appmon, and it says when linking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP until their turn ends, which is really cool, really, really good. And he gives you 3000 DP when he's linking, and he is a SNS. I don't know, social networkings maybe. I have not. I need to watch the Appmon show for sure so I can know what some of these are. But is social support Appmon or sub Appmon, maybe subscription Appmon, but really, really cool. Just going to run that one out of 2 of, so that way we have that nifty minus DP if we get in those shenanigans. Alright, going to the level 5s, I'm only running one of the Three Musketeer one because we really do want to be running more of the other ones, and this guy is the odd man out, but we're still running him out of one of because he is still good. It costs you, 3 to Digivolve on top of a level 4 with Three Musketeers in the text, or 4 on a purple, black, generic Digimon level 4, or just any support level 4s. This one's interesting. So I guess you gotta have support. So like he could go on, or super. Oh, that's maybe short for super, right? Because their levels are different. I'm sorry, I get very confused. All this new wording, all this new terminology. But on top of a super, which is like their level 4s is super in Appmon. I remember now. I get it. It's all coming back to me. But on play, when Digivolving by placing one Appmon or Three Musketeers trait card from your hand or trash as any of your Digimon's bottom Digivolution card until your opponent's turn in, their effects can't return that Digimon to hands or decks or affect it with Digivolve. So you get to, place any Appmon or Three Musketeer trait card from your hand or trash onto any of your Digimon. Doesn't have to be this particular guy. And then it has a really good protection effect. And then it also has, when Digivolving, when attacking, once returned by trashing one card with the Appmon or Three Musketeer traits from your Digimon's Digivolution cards, De-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. I do love the protection of this guy. It is really, really strong. And his win linking effect is delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. It will cost you 3 to do that, and it gives you 4,000 TP. But, maybe it takes playing and testing with the deck to know if maybe he needs to be the one that is a 4 of. But he doesn't have the App Fusion, which is what I'm trying to focus on here. And I'm trying to focus on the Appmons and the App Fusions and being able to do that as often as possible. And he is not App Fusion, but Charismon is. He definitely is. App Fusion's on top of Sociomon and a Gossipmon for a cost of 0. He has blocker on his body. He's 8,000 DP, which helps us a lot. It's going to cost you 4 to Digivolve on any super Appmon or level 4 blue, purple or black Digimon. On play, when Digivolving, you may link one level 4 or lower Digimon card from your trash or this Digimon's Digivolution cards. You may link one level 4 or lower Digimon card from your trash or this Digimon's Digivolution cards to this Digimon without paying the cost. Okay, cool. So you get to link from your trash, or underneath him, you link the card without paying the linking cost. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Sorry, a little confusing there. On play and when Digivolving, you get to do this, so really strong. You get to just take a source from underneath you. If you want that link effect, get it. Or from your trash, if you want that link effect, get it. Very good, very versatile, awesome card. Your turn, once per turn, when this Digimon gets linked, give one of your opponent's Digimon start of your main phase. This Digimon attacks until this turn ends, which this is such good synergy because he is a blocker, right? So say you want to, get rid of something on their board. You give it this start of their main. It has to attack. You block with this guy. Get rid of it. Really strong. Really good card. It costs you 3 to link, and its link effect is all turns once per turn when this Digimon will leave the battle area by trashing one of this Digimon's link cards it doesn't leave. So that is the even better protection that we want, that is just always on our body when it's linked, as opposed to the Satellamon only giving it to us, when he's on play when Digivolving. This is a doozy. Alright. Finishing up the level 5s, we're running 4 of the Globemon. It costs 9 play cost because this guy is so strong, 10,000 DP. The main protagonist's main Appmon that he uses, it is cost you 4 on a yellow or red level 4, or 4 on any super Appmon. It does have App Fusion, Dogachmon, and Taimon, which that's why we're running both of those at a 4 of. And it does have Security Attack +1, which is really, really good. At 10,000 DP, that's pretty nasty. And then on play, when Digivolving, you may link one level 4 or lower Digimon card from your hand or this Digimon's Digivolution cards to this Digimon without paying the cost. I like these level 5s doing this because maybe you're having to Digivolve in the back and raising, and then now you come out with your level 5, and now you can Digivolve and now start doing your link shenanigans where you're not getting punished for staying back. Now you can get some way to recur some value and get all these really, really good link effects that you want, since your deck has a countless amount of them. Every card has a link effect, which is really, really good, other than our big guy. But your turn, once per turn, when this Digimon gets linked, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP as this Digimon. This is so, so strong because once you link something, he is going to be really strong. If you link one of these level 5s to him, he's getting 4,000 DP. That's 14,000 DP that you're going to be able to delete when you link something. This guy is going to be the main card that you want to see in the deck. Like I said, I could definitely see people either building the Charismon or Glowmon and kind of going with some option cards and other cards that aren't Appmons. But remember that if your Digimon is an Appmon and it's linked, say it gets de-digivolved and it goes to someone who isn't an Appmon. Well, now that link card goes away. That's the way it's working. At least that's what I've heard of so far, and I've read up that if something like that happens and the Digimon that is linked is no longer an Appmon, then the link card will go away. So that's why I think just stay into with the Appmon lines. But I know people are going to find ways to build a Glowmon and Charismon decks with just, more streamlined. I wanted to go a little bit everywhere. And then when linking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP as this Digimon. This is so strong because you can link it to so many things. You're giving something 4,000 DP, right? So say you give it to this guy, you're popping a 12k. And even if you give it to your Dogachimon, that's 10,000. You're going to pop a 10,000 DP Digimon for 3? Sign me up. That sounds pretty good. And then our boss Digimon, yes, such a cool, is Gaiamon. Really, really cool. Glad that they brought Gaiamon into this game because he deserves to be here. Such an amazing God application, Appmon. Yeah, it is God creation, Appmon. It goes on top of any ultimate Appmon, Ultra Appmon for 5, or any level 5. Interesting that it's a white and a red, but it only digivolves on top of level 5. Regular Digimon for 5. Interesting they didn't give us white. Maybe they didn't want us doing any shenanigans with Eosmon or something, which I would have loved. I love Eosmon. But regardless, cost you 13. It is 13,000 DP. App fusion with a Glowmon and a Charismon. So our Glowmon and our Charismon, if we put either one other the other, then we can app fusion for free into Gaiamon, which is what you always want to do. You don't really want to have to pay for this guy. You want to be able to app fusion into it for free, but if you do ever have to do it, then you can, which is fine. It has blocker and link +1, which means it can have 2 cards linked to it instead of just 1, which is awesome because we want to get all those good effects. When digivolving, when attacking, this is not once per turn, so do it when you digivolve and then do it again when you attack. You may link one Digimon card with the Appmon trait from your hand or this Digimon's Digivolution cards to one of your Digimon without paying the cost. And then it's also when attacking, so say you do app fusion into him, now you get to take one of those sources out of him and put it back linked to him. And then say you already are in this guy and you just want to give someone else a cool link card, you can just do it. And this is not once per turn, and you get to do it every turn you attack, which is really, really good. And then your turn once per turn, when your Digimon get linked, by unsuspending this Digimon, trash your opponent's top security card. This is a good boss monster right here. Now, it is the secret rare, so you're going to have a hard time getting your hands on a playset of these, but this is so good. When your Digimon get linked, doesn't have to be this Digimon, can be any Digimon, unsuspend this Digimon. By unsuspending this Digimon, trash your opponent's top security. So, I guess you do have to do the unsuspending, so you're going to have to swing and then do the when attacking to link something perhaps to this Digimon or another one, then unsuspend, and then once you unsuspend, you get the trash. So you do have to unsuspend to do that, but this is the boss Digimon, Gaiamon, and we're definitely running it at a 4 of because we can Digivolve on top of any of these guys for the 5 cost if we need to, or app fusion for free, and we want to see it as much as possible. We want to see the Glowmon, Gaiamon, Charismon as much as we possibly can, and we don't mind hard playing these guys because we get their effects, so we're always going to try to go into it. We're getting there. I know this one's taking a second. Alright, we got Haru Shinkai. This is the main character from the anime, and we are only running this one out of 3 of. It is our memory setter. It does cost you 4. It is a really cool art. I like the style. Your turn, when your Digimon get linked, any of your Digimon get linked, by suspending this tamer, draw 1 card. So you are replacing the card from your hand with a draw from your deck. You gotta see this guy, open with this guy, and you're gonna just have free value all day, linking and drawing, linking and drawing. Then one of your Digimon may app fuse into a Digimon card in the hand. So I'm gonna be interested to see how this one kind of works, right? If it says then one of your Digimon may app fuse into a Digimon card in the hand, so I guess it just like lets you link, and then like say you're linking past you the turn somehow, now you're able to just go ahead and get that Digivolve in. That's what I'm making sense of it anyway. So say like you had to Digivolve your at 0, and then you digivolve for say 2, and then you attach a Digimon. Now he's saying that then one of your Digimon may app fuse into a Digimon in the hand, so almost a really cool, like, this is very versatile. The main part that you care about is that this guy gets you to draw one whenever you link, which is super dope. Really, really cool. We're not only out of 3 of though, because you only need to see, you know, if you see multiple, perfect, but you only really need to see it once, and hopefully you can draw into it. If not, maybe bump it up to 4 and then take this card to 3. But I do think that this card is essential out of 4 of. This is App Link. This is going to be, while you have a Digimon or Tamer with Appmon a trait, you can ignore this card's color requirements, and it is a use cost of 3. Main, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck, add 1 card with the Appmon or App Driver trait among them to your hand, and then trash the rest. Place this card in the battle area. So you're trashing the rest because a lot of your Digimon let you pull those Appmons from your trash in and put them on your Digimon really strong. And if your turn delay, you may link 1 card from your hand with one of your Digimon without paying the cost. Now, you delay this and say you link a Glowmon and to delete something. Like, that's really strong. For instead of costing you 3, it's free. And now you get to link it. This is such a versatile deck. I definitely look forward to seeing what, you know, everyone can make with this deck. This is my list so far. I'm trying to do a little bit of everything with it. I can't wait to test with this deck and really see how it works. I think it's going to be so fun knowing that every card in your hand has something that you can do, right? That's one of the issues with Digimon, is sometimes you can't quite play the cards out of your hand. But these app cards, you are going to be able to play all of them from your hand at any time that you need to. And so all your cards are live. And I'm really excited to see what this deck can do. I have high hopes for it. But what do you guys think about this deck? What do you think about Appmon? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Please leave the video a like. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.